Oh, this is Yogi. Hey, buddy. He comes to visit every once in a while when his mom and dad go on vacation. So they say never spoil the shot with a nice looking dog. So that's a nice looking dog. Now for the spoiled shot. None of these came in as running mowers, right? But I fiddled with this one for just a few minutes and it did run. This one, okay, so we got a Yard Machines Modern 140cc POS motor, and if you really look, go sideways on you, right there, you see that shadow right there? It looks like the rod tried to come out through the side of the block. So that is a blown motor. This one runs. I started it, but it's got some severe stability issues on the back wheel. You see that? But this one runs, barely. I have no idea about this one, but the primer button is screwed up on that one, and this one you just don't know. I think there's a shiny motor underneath this, and whenever you see something like this, it just tells you that they gave up because the pull rope yanked off and they just parked it. So I don't know which one to start with. What I'd love to do, that is a good brand new MTD frame. This frame is worn out on this 21-inch Murray. This one, I think, you know, there's just so many of these around and they're hard to sell, and it's a short shaft engine. It means like the output of the crankshaft to the blade is only a couple inches long. And then we have this guy, and I think this guy has some possibilities. So I think we should start with him and see where we end up. I almost want to wash him up, but I'm going to do an evaluation first. It's a big word, eh? What do you think, Yogi? Should we do an evaluation? Yes? Okay. Numero uno. Numero dos. Numero tres. And maybe numero dos will get the frame from numero cuatro. Let's see what we got. Let's get it up on the, let's get number one up on the lift. To be honest with you, I don't think there's much wrong with this one. But I'm going to set all the wheels, if I can, to mid-range. Let me just get that up on the lift. Alright, here we are. I got it relatively level. It's got oil. It has really old gas in it. Now we're just going to take the rewind off there. Oh, and by the way, all four of these mowers were free. The neighbor gave me that one. He picked it up. He, you know, he delivers stuff and picks up stuff in his spare time for bucks, eh, for a few dollars. And the other three were all one of those kick it to the curb things. And some of them were kicked a little harder to the curb than others. But, you know, I just want to show you guys something. You have to use your imagination when you got old mowers, right? So there's some shine under there. I want to get this one running if we can first. So the next thing is, now that we have the wheels relatively level, we're going to fix the rewind. And all you need to fix the rewind with on a Tecumseh is get the cover off, and there should be 2 or 3/4 inch bolts, self-threading bolts. This one has, it's already been off, eh? And we'll see if there's any life in this spring. Here's the other end of it, the knot just came out of there. So now, no, the spring is broken. See that? There's not winding up either way. So I have enough of these to not worry about it. I'm going to go get one out of the Mr. Dressup's Trickle Trunk. Okay, we got 3. This one has the metal cogs and a plastic cover, so we might as well match it up as close as we can. The one with the best handle, that one's kind of got a lousy handle. This one's got a beautiful handle, but a metal. I'm just going to pop this on to see if this works. Oh yeah, that might be the one to try. Like that. So I'm just going to put a couple screws in it. See where they were before. I think they were front and back. There's 4 screws, 4 screw holes, but only 2 supplied. Sorry, looking at my back. Now the next thing we have to check to see if there's enough rope on this to reach the hook and then still pull. Okay, there's the old one. Now, we pull this out. It's got compression. You guys see some of this work? I don't know if you can or not. Good. Okay. I had to use this brass punch to get the wheel adjusters to move. They've been there for a while, and some penetrating oil. Okay, now let's just give it a pull. Fair. I think that'll work. Alright. Let's just try a different one. Okay, this is just a quick check to see that the rewind I've installed is the same as one of the others. And there we go. The rewinds are the same length. That's what I was doing. Alright, now we're going to just check and see how bad the gas is. Looks bad to me. Ooh, it looks really bad. It's got water in it. It's got twigs in it. So I'm just going to get my can of old gas. I have 2 cans of gas, old gas. I got a really bad gas and bad gas. And this looks pretty bad. So the first thing we're going to do is pour this into this little guy. And it says right on there, real bad gas. Now I'm going to wipe this out. Now this gas is just old gas. I'm going to do the first rinse on this gas tank with just old gas. Plug the bottom with my finger. That looks pretty good. We'll do it one more time with the same gas because I didn't get any sticks or anything out of it. Good. Okay, that was a good move. This mower's in good shape. It's just been outside in the weather. Okay, let's just get a funnel. Put this back in here. And we'll just put this back up there. And this guy is the really bad gas. That's stick it over here. And then we'll just wipe up this counter a little bit. Counter bench. Okay, now I've got a nice clean bench out of that deal. Okay, gas tank. Let's put it back on. But first we're going to play with the carburetor here as we're working our way over towards something that could be a potential runner. 1/2-inch wrench. And we're going to take the bowl off the carburetor. We might end up taking the whole carburetor off, I don't know. But can you imagine the evils we're going to find under here? But sometimes you can just clean that bowl out in the jet and carry on with life. Okay, my friends, I've talked about ethanol and talked about ethanol and talked about ethanol. Now the dirt in here is one thing, but when you see these little cruddy things, that is what I'm talking about. You see those chunks of whatever it is there? Yeah, the dirt's made them black, but if it's a clean carburetor, that stuff looks like white clear gel tapioca pudding or whatever. Of course, you'd never eat it. So I'm going to try and see if I can get this cleaned up. Maybe it floated just to the bottom. Okay, here I'm just taking the cap off the idle circuit. That's what I call the idle circuit. It does more than that though. Helps keep the motor running even at high RPMs. It's basically a feed to the intake manifold. So here we are. We're going to take this out. And I'm just doing this because when you take off a carburetor, you do run the risk cracking the intake manifold gasket, which isn't the end of the world, but it all takes time and money. And this is just a quick little thing I do on just about every mower that comes in. You never know, they just might take off and run, eh? So there's a little jet in here. You should see it shoot through there. If I can get my... Good. And then when you plug one end, it should shoot out the end as well. There. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. So now I'm just going to shoot a little bit of gas down in the hole where that little screw came out of. And then this little guy shoots up. Almost. Good. And we're going to take the air cleaner off. It's actually not that bad. And I'm going to just run a little bit of clean gas through there. I got a super tiny funnel. And you'll see what I'm going to do here. Maybe we'll put you on the magic chair. Yes, I stole that from Road King. He's got a magic hammer. I got a magic chair. So I'm just going to take the gas line, right? Put a little bit of clean gas right in there and just let it run through. And that should almost do it. We'll get that, get another rag. We'll get the seal on here. Now I'm going to get my Dave Ackerman job. So this is where we help each other. Dave Ackerman said, Bruce, why don't you use a jack instead of that stick where you're going to kill yourself? You're going to get bonked in the head with a lawnmower. And he's right, I had bonked my head with my little stick. But, hey. Now I'm putting mostly used parts back on this. Where did that go? I wonder what fell down. Anyway, we'll just keep carrying on here. Gas tank, right? Pop that gas tank back on there. And now all we got to do is put the little jet in for the idler. And I hope you're getting this. I do have a camera that has a flip screen, but it flips up, not sideways. I love that little camera, and I'm going to have to get a new one of these days, and I don't know what to do. Two inputs on that, eh? Price, and I've had so many friends that have audio trouble, and I think this one's okay on the audio. Okay. Wipe this off again and solvent, and we'll just put this back on here like that. I bet you she goes, baby. I haven't even checked for spark yet, eh? Okay, this is an old bowl. It's not in the best of condition. Oh, I know what fell on the floor. It was that bolt for the gas. Now we're just going to put this. There's a hinge on these Tecumsehs, and the hinge goes at the back where the float hinge is. Still got the seal. I think this primer button's going to be okay. And I'm of the mindset that the ones that come from the factory are just a little better than the ones that you replace with now, because you can't get OEM parts for these as much as you used to be able to. Okay, so now there we are. We have oil. We have a cleaner carburetor. Put a little oil. First thing I want to do is check for spark. Come around to the front. One of my goals in life is to keep as many of these old mowers going as possible, because I think they're cool. I like Tecumseh's, I like Briggs & Stratton. There's things I like different about each one. Okay, we need to we're going to stick this in here. We're going to ground the other end. Now by grounding the other end with this setup, it's just like putting the spark plug in the hole, but you don't have the compression issues. I'm going to put a clamp on the brake. And now we should see a spark if I pull the rope. Now my eyes are getting weaker as I get older, so I don't see it. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I used this to see the spark. And on Tecumseh's, they have a finer spark than the Briggs. Briggs have a big yellow flash. Alright. The only thing that gives me a lot of confidence about this operation is that this mower hasn't got a lot of hours on it. And it's making a good squishy sound there. Well, that's cool. Let's try it again. Sounds good. Well, that's a runner. Okay, I just have to figure out a bag for this guy. Number one, done. And it just runs like a champ. Oil's changed, blade balanced and sharpened, and a new bag. It's a different bag than the one that was on there before, but it just looks great, eh? Not a fan of black, even though my own personal lawnmower is black. They just gum up too fast. It's like a shiny black car, right? But anyway, she looks pretty good. I think it's going to be a valuable lawnmower.